Welcome to the Moms That Read podcast. I'm Kaylee.
I'm Katarina.
And I'm McKenzie. And today we're going to do our mid-year check-in of 2025 and talk about our faves and flops of the year. But before we get into that, let's do some recent reads.
I'm reading Rebel, which is the third Renegades.
Are you?
Oh,
Yeah, it's so good.
is it good?
It's so good.
Better than the second one?
Yeah, I didn't love Nova. I didn't hate it. It just wasn't my favorite. Wilder was a 5-star. It's already on my list. We'll talk about it later. I'm about halfway through Rebel, and I really like it. It's forbidden love, and it's between Penna and her professor.
Oh,
Mhm.
so
Is
that's
it a
why we
big-
didn't know who it was.
But they meet before.
Is he on the boat?
Yeah, they
Is
met.
it following the same timeline? Like,
Yeah.
it's all
Mhm.
okay. Cool.
They were like off the boat for something. This is like the first chapter. They were off the boat for something. She was back home, and I'm not gonna say how they meet, but they meet off the boat, like just not randomly. They do a daredevil stunt together, and she basically is like, one night stand, bye, we'll see ya. And then she shows up at school like a week later and was like, oh my god, you're my teacher.
Pretty Little
I was
Liars.
about to say Ezra and Arya.
It totally is. But he's amazing. I love him.
Is it a big age gap?
No, it's like 4 years.
Oh,
She's like 22 and he's like 26.
Oh,
Yeah.
22.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they're in college.
Oh, yeah, they are in college. I keep forgetting. Well,
So it's like
I'm
a 4 year
still thinking
gap.
Sweet Life on Deck here. Okay.
So all the I know all the girls are like fawning over him, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with him.
Oh.
So
I
yeah,
like that.
it's good.
Did we just ignore the Ezra Arya thing growing up? And we
100%.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I saw something about that the other day. I was like, we should have been concerned.
Yeah.
It's
we
fine.
ignored that, is what we did.
Yeah.
Okay. So I read Kingdom of Briars and Roses, and that's by Heather Hildebrand. When I tell y'all, it's so good. I will get into it later because it's on my list of things because it's very different. 5-star read. It is very Sleeping Beauty-esque in the magic of the world. I have not seen many people talk about it, but it's on Kindle Unlimited. And the second one comes out in February. I started reading it because I was like, oh, it's this like one-off random series.
Yeah.
Thinking I could go through. No, I got to the end and went to look for the second one. And it was
like,
like coming soon.
Oh,
There's a prequel, which I'm actually really interested in.
that
Because it
is
has
already
to
out.
do, yes.
Okay.
It has to do with one of the like the Guardians in it. But
Oh.
it's really good.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you would like it, Kaylee. You would.
I probably would.
Yeah,
like it.
that sounds interesting.
But I don't know. It was different. I really liked it.
I just finished It's a Love Story about Annabelle Monaghan.
is it good?
I liked it.
Oh, I've been wanting
Okay.
to read that.
Yeah, I don't think I liked it as much as what, Summer Romance or something like that.
I read Same Time Next Summer, and it was fine.
No, there was another one. Summer something. Her other summer one.
I don't know.
Anyways, it wasn't as good as that one, but it was still good. I gave it 4 stars.
Did you know she's older?
No.
I saw a picture of her the other day and I was like, she looks 50. Which her name, first of all, would make me think young, and then like the type of stuff she writes. I was surprised.
No, it was good. It was did you read Nora Goes Off Script?
I haven't read it.
It was similar to that,
Yeah.
but then the end, like middle to end, is completely different from Nora Goes Off Script. Like I didn't really love Nora Goes Off Script.
Yeah, I've heard it mixed things.
Because it's in a room talking about a movie script for most of the time. Like the whole book is basically about writing a movie script. Anyways, this one, she is a writer, but it's more romance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like this one. It was cute.
Would you rate it?
I gave it 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good beach read. Like it was a really good by the pool.
Mhm.
Just it's nothing special, but like it catches your attention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's nothing special. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was just a
Just
good,
another-
easy read.
Yeah.
By the pool. So
Good palate cleanser.
yeah, good palate cleanser. It
I
was
love
good.
that.
Nice. Well, we can jump in.
Yeah.
I've had some good ones and I've had some not so good ones. So
Yeah.
I've
had
had more
interesting.
good than bad though.
I've had more
been
good than
very
bad, yeah.
Yeah, me
surprised
too.
Because even
too.
my good reads are over 4 stars or
Yeah.
over 4.5 stars,
Yeah.
which has been very shocking to me.
that's true.
So I've not been mad about it. But then the ones that flopped were hard flops.
Yeah. I have a very controversial flop. So we'll talk about that one at the end.
Did we all put the same flop?
Did
Okay,
we?
anyways, we'll get to that.
Probably.
All right. Whoops.
I put a question mark by it because
Oh my God,
we'll talk
wait.
about it.
No, I put that one. Hold on.
Yes.
Oh yeah. we
Okay,
did.
anyways.
Okay.
We'll wait. We'll get there.
I love that.
My
That's hilarious.
first fave was First Time Caller.
Oh.
Okay, that's our
yes.
physical book club book this
Yeah.
month, and so I'm gonna read it. I'm excited.
I'm
Oh,
so
so you haven't
excited for
started
you to
it
read
yet?
I
it.
haven't started.
Casey literally just texted me today and was like, I am laughing so hard. Please
So
tell me.
she's reading it right now.
Yeah, she said, please tell me she has other books. I'm like, yeah, girl, she has a whole nother
And
series.
the second one comes out
She has
in
a few-
February.
Does she only have one other?
I think she only has. I think Love Light Farms is her only
I
other
don't-
series.
No, I saw. There's a Christmas one.
That's in Love Light Farms.
No, like a Santa one.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet.
What series is that?
She has two like Love Light Farms
And
this
then
series,
this one.
and then another series that's coming out in like October.
Okay, maybe that's
What
what I
is
saw.
this
So-
series called? Or does it have a name? The First Time Caller?
According to her, it'd be First Time Caller because everything she says is based.
Yeah,
on the
I
first
don't
book.
know the series names.
don't
except
know that
for
it
where
I'm
has-
it's from.
so excited for the second book because I loved the weather guy in there. That's whose
And-
perspective it's
oh,
from. The guy that works at
interesting.
the station with
Yeah.
the guy.
Heartstring series
Okay.
Heartstring series.
is what it's called. But yeah, no, she texted me and she's like, I'm loving it. It is
I'm
so
so excited.
funny.
The banter.
She loves the MMC, and I'm
Oh,
like, this is
okay.
great.
Okay,
just,
I'm gonna start it
has
soon.
Some like good heartfelt moments where
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
this is such good.
Well, I have
writing.
so many fantasy
Yeah.
books right now I have to read. I might like read that one in the middle of.
Yeah.
You should.
one or two,
It'd
just to
be a
kinda-
good break.
Mhm.
Yeah,
that's what I
that
figured.
was one of my top reads too.
Last month, I read 3 fantasy books. I don't ever do that. That was a lot for me.
Oh.
I need a break.
I've
See,
read
I have to read
nothing but
Guild.
fantasy.
I have to read
After
what I
Guild.
just from Blood and Ash and Kingdom of Ash. Oh, okay, that's a
That
lot.
one's a
So
heavy
one.
I'll throw that one in there, like as a palette
Yeah.
cleanser.
A majority of mine. Oh no, I don't know. Mine's like 50-50 of romance and fantasy.
That's your number one.
No,
Or
I
did
didn't.
you
I
just,
didn't
like,
rank them.
Okay,
but
rank
it's
them.
up
It's
there.
Oh, that's
It's up
interesting.
there.
We'll talk about that one.
Yeah.
My favorite book so far this year was Great Alone, which I've talked about. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Kristen Hannah stan, like
Yeah.
big time, and that one was not my favorite of hers, but
Mhm.
my favorite I've read this year. So it's great. If you haven't read it, it's about domestic abuse, but in Alaska. So, but it's not as heavy as Binding 13. Binding 13, she like was raw about it all. This wasn't as hard to read. I loved it. I think
Binding
y'all would
13 scarred
Kristen
me.
Hannah if you would try.
Books are just so long.
They are, but I read
need
this in like 3 or 4
something
days.
short, but not comfort and joy short. I've been burned.
Most of hers are like 450.
Ugh.
So
She did me dirty with comfort and joy.
yeah, it should not have been your
So-
first read of hers.
So it's been hard for me to
Yeah,
want to read something that
anything.
long.
Well, the
from her.
Nightingale
okay.
is in your thing.
What
so-
genre is
Oh,
she though?
yeah.
She's
It's
what?
like
Like
is it
historical
contemporary?
fiction?
Not 100%. Some of them are, but
That is just not my vibe.
Nightingale is historical fiction. Great Alone is not historical fiction, but it takes place in like
is
the
it like
60s.
what, literary fiction or something? Is that what it's
I
called?
have a hard
I
time
don't know.
liking historical fiction because I just like the history. Like I
Mhm.
like
You like
history
The Keeper
so
of Hidden
much.
Books.
I did. That one was really good.
I'm not gonna recommend one that I wouldn't think would be
Okay.
similar.
Is it on that same?
The
vibe?
Nightingale is better. I haven't even
Oh.
finished. I've only read half the book. I need to go back and finish that one.
Okay.
But
Before you
but
keep
it's better.
recommending it.
it's better.
Which one?
The Nightingale.
You've only read half of
Well,
it.
the reason I it was due at the library and I had to return it and I never got to
Mm.
back to finishing it, but I have
Yeah.
it,
Okay.
so I just need to go back and actually like read it.
Okay.
So
So I don't even know where to start. I don't know if I could pick like my favorite reads of the year so far. I will say that I am loving Throne of Glass.
Mhm.
you read? You didn't start this year?
I started the
The s-
audiobooks in January.
But you-
Starting with Throne of Glass. I thought. Yes, because
You would.
I had
You
read
waited a
Assassin's
while.
Blade.
Yeah, that's
it
what
took
it
me
was. Okay.
months to read Assassin's Blade, and I am here and I've lived to tell that I hate that I read Assassin's Blade first.
I hate that you
Mhm.
did too.
I also, because of what happened at the end of Tower Dawn, I wish I had read it after because then I would have remembered more from it.
After Empire of Storms.
Yes, just later in
Okay,
the
yeah,
series because
yeah.
I would have remembered more of the details
Yeah.
because Tower of Dawn and Heir of Fire are probably two of my favorite books. And
Of all
I
time?
love
just
Or
I
just-
loved what happened in Heir of Fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then just Tower of Dawn was so beautiful.
I love Tower
Kale,
of Dawn.
and just everything that came to light in Tower of Dawn, and finding out who Irene was. I was flabbergasted. I was screaming in my car, like, oh my gosh, this is who this is. I gave me chills thinking about it. And I was like, oh, I love it.
So good.
So Throne of Glass is at the top of my list and I'm to the point now where I want to know what happens, but I'm also just ready to finish the series and be done.
Be done.
Because 8 books is a lot.
The ending is worth it.
And Kingdom of Ash is 1,000 pages. Yeah, so
I'm on chapter
that's
15.
why I'm like, oh boy.
But I only have 22 hours left to finish.
Okay.
So
that's not bad.
When you compare that to the tandem listen of like 47 hours,
that's true.
I'm like,
you're like,
nothing. Yeah.
It's like 500 less pages between, because that one's 1,000 and it's like 1,500 between the tandem.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was a doozy.
It was a lot.
But I'm glad I did it. It actually was not bad. And now on Spotify, they have it all together.
Yeah.
They have the tandem audiobook.
Of course.
All in one file.
What?
Of course now.
Someone made a whole playlist.
That makes
genius.
so much sense.
Oh yeah. Genius.
Another one of my faves was Metal Slinger.
Oh, that one's on my list too.
I liked it. It wasn't my favorite.
It was one of my favorites.
But she sent us a copy.
She did.
Of her new one, and it's up there.
Oh, I want to look at it later.
Yeah.
Solely for the plot twist, it's on my list.
I know Casey finished that one last night.
Oh, and
did
then
she?
started
And
First
she's
Time Caller?
yeah. I get a message at 2 a.m. What was that ending?
Oh
my God. I'm like, I told you.
Listen,
Because she
it's
texted me
alright.
at the beginning. She was like, I cannot get into this book. I'm like, just wait. There
wait.
is a reason. Just wait. Just trust me on this. And she got to the end of it. She's like, oh my God. Like, that is the greatest plot twist. One of the
that's
greatest plot
honestly
twists
like
I've ever
greatest
read.
plot twist.
Yeah.
Top 5 greatest plot twist of all time.
For sure.
Yeah.
10 top. Yeah.
And I'm more mad because I tried to figure it out and I couldn't.
I figured part of it out. I think that made it meh.
You never expect what happened to happen.
I figured absolutely none of it out.
I don't either. I kind of go into reading blind. Like, I stopped looking for stuff because I think I like being surprised.
Yeah.
I was looking. I felt dumb. I was
figuring it out.
straight up looking.
That's fair. It was not on my list. I liked it, but
It was on my
Loved
list.
it.
it was fine. I did Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I got my husband to read it.
Yeah.
He read
That
the
is
whole thing.
so funny.
And I don't reread books, and I might reread it again this year.
What? Already?
That's wild.
Yeah.
I think I'm done
Because
rereading books after rereading Fourth Wing 4 times.
I hate rereading, but there was so much in that. The plot, it was so plot heavy that I feel like I missed things. And even like when Chris and I were talking about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that happened. Because there was just so much that I just want to go back and like really process what happened.
That's how I feel about Night in the Moth.
Yeah, I could see that. There was
like,
a lot that happened.
Before the next book comes out, will 100% go back and have to reread
I
that
feel
one.
like that was Shield of Sparrows.
Yeah.
But I want to listen to it next.
Yes, I want to listen,
to it next.
I can see that
honestly,
being really,
that's on my
that
list.
would be a really good
Shield of Sparrows was on my
same.
list.
Same. And we're talking about that one next week.
episode.
No, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Oh,
in
that's
2
right.
weeks.
Oh, such a good book.
Yeah, because I read the physical copy because we got it as an ARC. And so it wasn't on Kindle for me to read. So when I went back for our episode to go look at my highlights, I was like, I have no highlights. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because I highlight the crap out of my books on Kindle.
Oh, I don't.
And I didn't want to touch the ARC. So I didn't touch the ARC.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and try.
I feel like it would be a really good graphic audio.
Oh, for sure.
Like with all the fighting and
the people who did the audio. Apparently, the audio is fantastic.
I can't
That's
wait
what
to
I've
hear
heard.
Guardian's voice.
And the Metal Slinger audio.
I know.
Oh,
Apparently is.
Is there already one?
There is one. It came out the same day.
You know what? I don't want to hear just the plot twist.
Right.
Like I don't want to hear that on audiobook.
Yes, 100%. And I love the girl who narrates it.
Oh.
I found her on TikTok. I don't know, and I was.
I need
obsessed
the
with
girl
her.
that does the narration for Throne of Glass to do more books, unless she's just kind of like washed her hands after doing.
Narration makes or breaks a book.
Her voice, and she can do. I mean, there's 75 different perspectives, and she does them all so well.
For
Throne of Glass,
she does all the books.
She does all of the books, and she can fluctuate like how she talks to where at first I was like, are these two different people? Same person, but she changes her tone and she changes
enough that you can tell it's different characters in the book.
It's
I think
really
Shield
good.
of Sparrows is like that because people were asking. I'm 99% sure it was Shield of Sparrows that people were asking who was the man that narrated it, and she was like, "There is no man. It's all this girl."
Wow.
And so she was like, "Yeah, she's just that good." And I was like,
"Ooh, okay.
I want to listen to it now."
Interesting.
Like before the next one of Night in the Moth and Shield of Sparrows, I will 100% be listening to both of those because Shield of Sparrows.
Yeah.
Well,
that last page,
the Shepherd Kings series, that audiobook, fantastic. Chef's Kiss, the girl in there was so good, and if she got the same girl to do Night in the Moth, it's probably incredible. Because that's what another. Oh, did I read that? No, I read that last year. The Kingdom of Lies series.
Oh yeah,
the girl that's the Priska is the same Medina in Vicious Dream. She got the same girl to do the audiobook, and that's honestly top 5 audiobooks. Like, her voice is really good.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's nice. Yeah.
I also put The Fifth Wave, which I pulled from my TBR jar, and it was like a big dystopian book like 10 years ago, and I thought it was great. The second book was on my flop, but the first book was fantastic. Yeah, I haven't read the third one. It's on my thing. I'll wait probably till I pull it out of my jar. But unless I'm trying to get through series this year and I only have one more book, so I may just be like, that's another series I can like check
the list.
The first book's fantastic though. So if you like the like old dystopian vibe, I loved it. It was really good. I got the whole series for like super cheap at Second and Charles.
Oh,
it was like $5 for the whole series. So I picked it up and then I put it in my jar because I was like, I'm never gonna get to this, and I loved it.
I'm a dystopian hater.
I'm a dystopian lover.
I don't think I like dystopian.
I love it.
Like, I don't know. I hated Hunger Games.
Honestly, dystopian and fantasy are very like they're really similar
enough.
They're different enough to be different genres, but there are things that are similar in both.
True.
So it's more setting based.
I think the setting is what bothers me.
Like apocalyptic setting versus fantastical setting.
Because I think it's more government for me. And I'm just like, bye.
I think I'm the same.
Yeah.
I can see why you like dystopian.
Though. The actual plot though is very similar. So
and like magic systems sometimes. Yeah. I agree. Okay. Jilted by V. Keelan. Top book.
That is so funny.
It is so good. Oh my god, I could not put it down. I was laughing. The girl is like so relatable. She, other than getting left at the altar, she's a diabetic. Her family is real down to earth. They own a bar in New York, but like outskirts of New York. I kept thinking of like Chicago PD. Like the whole family owns the bar. The brothers. You have to read it.
Just downloaded it on my Kindle.
Question is, you find these random books. Do you just like go looking? Like, how do you find them?
I'll be scrolling through Goodreads.
I never just look.
No, you can go to Kindle on your phone and then go to based on your reading.
But
and
most of the time, I just like I don't know what those are. I'm not gonna.
Jilted, I did find scrolling through Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah,
but then like Kingdom of Briars and Roses, I just found like doing this.
Someone doing
and like this one, I'll be like, oh. But I've seen that one all over.
I have seen that one too.
But there's some of them that I don't see, but they have really high rankings. And that's how I found Kingdom of Briars and Roses.
So you look at the ratings too?
Yes, absolutely.
But I don't also like books you may like, and then books recommended for you.
Have you read Till Summer Do Us Part? No.
I've never read Megan Quinn.
Or is she real spicy?
I've heard that too.
Megan Quinn is a little bit out there for me.
Like,
I think Stephanie Archer is about as much as I can go.
Is she worse than Stephanie Archer?
I think, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And like, we've read the Stephanie Archer books, and like,
she's got quite a few things on the list of things I ain't ever read before.
Yeah. So. I just texted her with I think it's on my list. Speaking of books, Gloves Off by Stephanie Archer. Fantastic book. 4th one in the series. It follows a hockey team. And you would love it because the banter. They are like in the 3rd book, Wingman. Did you read that one?
Wait, what series is that?
It was the Gloves Off, the Wingman, Behind the Net.
I did read Behind the Net.
Yes. Okay.
That's the only one that I've read though.
This is the 4th book in the series.
Oh.
And it's with Volkov, the like broody, mean, like
Mhm.
Russian one, and the trainer, and they hate each other. Like, always talk about how they, like in the third book, I think you see, like he always calls her a spoiled brat and raised on mommy's money, but like you learn that could not be further from the truth. Like it's a marriage of convenience. Because he's about to lose citizenship and she needs to gain access to her trust to save something. And
and then they really fall in love.
It's marriage of convenience, and then they realize that like they had the complete wrong idea of each other, but the banter is so good. I read it in like literally 2 days because it was so good.
Okay, I need something like that after reading.
No, you can. It's interconnected standalone, so like you could totally read that one out of order. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds like it's right up my alley.
Oh, it is.
And I need something cheesy to read.
Oh, it's great. It's so good. You definitely need to read it next.
It's been a minute since I've read some hockey romance.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
I think you need to read that one, and then when you're fully invested, you need to start. I'll talk about the other one next.
Okay. Well, that I do have. I put The Deal on here by Elle Kennedy. Oh,
it didn't make my top, but
it was really so good. I just love Garrett Graham. He's the reason it's in the top.
He's your number one, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Of romance, absolutely.
That's what I thought.
I don't know the guy from Here for the Cake.
I'm so good.
I love it, but I think it's because it's a man speaking, knowing that a woman wrote it, and so like in my head, I'm like, oh my god, he's perfect.
Yeah,
he's saying all these things. Like he's the level-headed one, and she's the one that's like crazy. Oh, it's so good.
I would consider it.
I think you would really like it.
Really?
Like I'm trying to think. I don't think The Spice was that bad. And if it is, it's something but I think you would like the plot line just because he's an author and he's just like a gentle soul.
That sounds good. I put one that I just finished yesterday and I texted Kaylee immediately. I was like, you need to read it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry.
I've seen that one all
I am not an Emily Henry fan at all. I don't like any of her books. I kind of like People We Meet on Vacation.
I hate
the rest of her books. I've been like, meh. But like, I keep reading them because they're easy reads.
Yeah.
I read it in a day and a half.
Oh,
I'm obsessed. Like it feels very Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I love.
Yeah.
And that's not her normal style. Like she's normally just very like romance centered. And this was about two like biography writers who are trying to get this elderly woman who's gone missing for 20 years, who is a celebrity. They want her story. And they don't realize they're fighting for the same position. And so that's the subplot romance, but the actual story is about them getting her story, which is her story is insane. So like, I don't know, you see both sides of it. Like they learn her biography and then they're falling in love as they're like fighting over working for her.
Oh,
it's so
I've never read
good.
Henry. Should I start with that?
Or end with it?
No. Oh no,
I don't know. No, start with it.
I need to read something of hers.
No,
I just feel like I need to
read that one.
That
you need to start with
Beach Read.
Okay.
Or I don't love it. That is the only one of hers that I've loved, and I absolutely loved it. Like 5-star, best book I've read in a while. It was so good.
Oh wow.
Beach Read and Book Lovers are my two favorite.
Okay.
And that's why I don't know if I trust Katarina's opinion on this one because we have total opposite favorites.
But you love him. You like Emily Henry enough that you would read it. Right?
I like Emily Henry enough that I would read it for sure, but I don't.
You got to read it.
We have different favorites. Like you like People We Meet on Vacation. I hate People We Meet on Vacation. I DNF'd it.
I loved it.
That's so funny.
But this is my favorite one of hers, hands down.
But like I've seen so many mixed reviews.
You need to read it to see if you have the same opinion.
You should try it. I literally read it in a day and a half. You can read it really quickly.
Like, I'm nervous. I have so many other things. I have to finish the Windy City series first.
I read it on the way home.
I have to.
I read it on the way home from the beach last night, and it was getting dark, and I was like, I have to finish this before it gets dark. And I was reading it in the dark. I wanted to finish it so bad.
You need a book light.
Yeah. I was moving to my Kindle, but I was like, I've got 30 pages left. I'm just gonna.
Oh.
And I was sitting there like this, trying to get sunlight. Finish it. And then I finished it. And I was like, that's so funny. So I loved it. But
Simply Mine.
I
Laura
put only
Pavlov.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Laura Pavlov. So we got sent that, and I'd never heard
That
of
one's
Laura
really
Pavlov
pretty, isn't it?
before. Oh, it's beautiful. The
That's
whole
what I
series
thought.
is. I went and bought the whole series, and I got half of it on Book Outlet.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to look.
They
on
had a
that.
$5.99 sale, and so a couple of them were on there, so I bought them. I haven't read them yet. I've only read the last 2 in that series.
Okay.
There's 3
Same.
more,
Mm-hmm.
but all Simply Mine and Only Mine were like really good. I liked Simply Mine. It was like childhood friends to lovers,
And I liked only mine because it was enemies to lovers. So
I liked Only Mine too.
Mhm.
They were both top tier.
Yeah.
But like Only Mine is more spicy than Simply Mine. I
It
feel like,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that was just their dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, but Simply Mine, I feel like you would like more because it's more
You definitely would have.
like
Sweeter.
kindergarten teacher and
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
cute. That's cute.
or she was.
Wasn't he? And he's an architect.
He's an
Yes.
architect, yes,
And she was a
he-
kindergarten teacher.
yes.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It
Okay.
was really cute.
Agreed.
I consider it.
That's why I picked only mine because I knew I needed to pick something of Laura Pavlov's because I loved it
Mhm.
so much. So
Mhm.
and that
I was
wasn't
trying
out of the
to figure
2.
out which one I wanted to pick, and I was trying to decide between that one or the Under the Stars one or something like that. I think it is
Into the Tide.
Into the Tide that one.
was I don't like the virgin trope.
Yeah.
I've now read 2 books like that.
Did you read it?
Into the Tide? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I read it. I read it really quick. It was really good.
Yeah.
But that trope bothers me.
Yeah. That trope was
Interesting.
weird.
There's a book on my flop that has that trope, and I was just like, this is just
I think
weird.
it was done as good as you can do that trope.
So Into the Tide, that was not done bad, but like it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
I
for sure.
liked the MMC though. I
Yeah,
loved him.
That's why I rated it so high, because I really
Mhm.
liked the
Yes,
MMC,
I did
and it
too.
was best friend's brother. Or
Yes.
brother's best friend.
Yes.
That one.
Mm.
I love Brother's Best Friend.
That one was
Yeah, I
good.
do too.
And so that's why I rated it so high. But like the lake scene, their spot, they
Yeah.
reference that a lot throughout the book, the series.
Oh, do
la-
they?
Yeah, like in one book, it was hilarious because they were like, yeah, they go to their spot at the lake all the time, and I don't even want to know what they do there. And I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
You don't want to know what they
No,
do.
don't go to the lake. That's so funny. I didn't know they talk about it.
Oh, yeah,
later
they,
on in the
like-
series.
They show up a lot.
Oh,
Like if you continue reading that series,
Mhm.
they show up so many times, and like
oh,
that is one series I would probably say don't read it out of order, because
okay because it is kind of
they the other characters play
Are in
such a
there,
big
yeah.
role in the
Yeah.
books that
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I talked about this as my like recent read, but Kingdom of Briars and Roses. So a little bit more about it. This girl's family, there's these different kingdoms. It's set up a lot like Shield of Sparrows. Like
Mhm.
each
Oh, yeah.
there's different kingdoms. And there is this woman who ends up becoming evil, and she tries to kill the girl, and it puts a slumber on the entire realm, like of her specific realm. And there's these guardians who are there to protect this girl because she's the only one that survived. And
Interesting.
it's so good. I was shook what happened, and just everything and how it happened, the magic system. I love it. You find out like it's one of those things like the girl finds herself. She
Yeah.
figures out who she is. But it was so good, and it left on a cliffhanger. I was really irritated.
Ooh.
Left on a
of
cliffhanger.
course.
So you'll read that immediately after it comes
Immediately
out.
when it comes out in February.
Nice.
And that's probably one I would buy a physical copy of
Oh,
because I loved it so much.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
that's
really
fun.
good.
Interesting. I put on Wings of Blood.
You did not.
I did. I loved
As
it.
a fave?
I want to read that book.
That's
like,
a flop
probably
for me.
next.
it was on my flop.
Same.
Oh, that's hilarious. I loved it.
That is so funny.
My plan is to read it after I finish Rebel, like the second book.
You have fun with that.
I loved it.
I hope
You'll have
that
to let us
everything
know
you
what
think of
happens.
is-
I mean,
I will.
I'm genuinely curious to know what happens, but I don't want to
I'm
read
not
to
gonna read
know.
it.
Oh, I will. And the third book I think comes out.
I hope there's more of a
Maybe already came out.
severe scene than what I did not give consent to read to. So
I hope there's not.
I hope
but I'll
for
just
your
skip
sake.
it if so. It's fine. I thought it was
Oh.
great. I loved the plot. So don't read Zodiac Academy because I kind of has the same feel.
No thanks.
pass.
I definitely think that like being on TikTok and seeing all the Zodiac Academy stuff, it is not for me.
It's not for me either.
I'm
I'm not
okay without
into multiple MMCs, but I'm also not into a bully romance.
I want to read the Never list so soon because I'm so
There's 4
curious to see if I
MMCs.
like it with 4 MMCs. Like I don't think I've ever really.
Did you ever read it, Katarina?
No, I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
It's on Kindle Unlimited. Anyways, another one of my faves was one I think both of y'all would really enjoy. It's All the Missing Pieces by Katherine Cowles.
Okay, that's not the one you read?
No, I read Fragile Sanctuary, which is on my list.
That's the one
All the Missing Pieces. What's the main character?
That one's like a big
Fragile
thriller.
Sanctuary. His name. Anyways,
the guy?
he is mentioned in there. The detective.
Oh,
the guy that was from the FBI?
Yes.
Oh.
But like very briefly.
What was his name? I don't remember.
Cannot remember.
Nope.
Very briefly mentioned.
it's
like,
a thriller though, isn't it?
It is. It's a romantic suspense. Again,
Okay.
all of her books are romantic
I love
thrillers.
that for her.
Yeah.
I think you'd love it because Ridley, the MMC or the FMC, has a podcast. It's a true crime podcast.
Oh, I love that.
That's so funny.
Okay, so basically,
Ridley's the girl.
Ridley's the girl, and the guy's name is Colt. And he is
I kinda like that.
so basically she is a true crime podcaster, and she goes around to these different towns to help solve like
Crime.
missing people,
Yeah.
basically. And it's because her sister was taken when she was younger, but she cannot solve her case.
It's giving every thriller out there, but most thrillers don't have romance. So
yeah, but she goes to these different towns to try and help solve the cases. Like she's cracked like 3 cases by doing this. But she goes into this town, and it's the first case that she's ever done where the victim is still alive. Yeah, and made it out. But she thinks that this victim set off a chain of victims, so she was just the first of many. So that's why she wants to interview her. It ends up being the main male character's sister, and he's the cop of the town. Yeah.
So they work together to figure out.
And he has never been able to figure it out. So they work together to figure it out. But, in true Katherine Cowles fashion,
yes,
it's a wild ending.
You don't ever know it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You have to.
I would totally like her stuff.
You would love all the missing
one
pieces.
in my TBR jar.
Yeah.
I put Fragile Sanctuary on my list just because I've never read anything like it. And it's so different.
I probably like them.
And I love your typical romance. I love your typical thriller, but merge those 2 worlds together.
I don't like thrillers at all.
Right.
But throw some romance in there. I would not like it. I like books with romance. I like romance and romance thrillers. Yeah. That is it.
And she does a good job of like evenly splitting the plot.
Yes.
Yeah. It's enough suspense, but not enough to like stress you out.
Yeah. Like, I don't get overly stressed out. Like, toward the end, I'm like, oh my God, who freaking did it? Oh my God, I think it's him. No, I think it's him. No, I think it's him.
She does a really good job of that. Like, I would be curious to know if you could guess.
Yeah.
But I have not. I've had guesses, and then I'm wrong every time.
I put one in my jar.
No, you just need to read All the Missing Pieces.
I need to.
It's on Kindle Unlimited.
Okay.
Like,
I just know I'll be forced to read it. You know what I mean? Like, I have so many books I need to read. Does that make sense?
To read All the Missing Pieces. I am demanding that you read it.
You have to.
We'll see when I get
right
to it.
Now because it's so good. It's literally so. And I think you'd like that one too because it's podcasting.
Yeah, I probably would like. I probably would like all of her books. Honestly.
Yeah,
I need to read that.
My next one's Wilder, which I kind of talked about. I love that book. I don't know why. Really I don't know. It wasn't even like a super serious book, but I just loved it, and enough that I'm actually finishing a series. Like I can knock the Renegades off in like a couple days. So yeah, so Wilder is a great one if you need a like lighthearted but different romance. Like it wasn't like your normal romance. So
and like for Rebecca Yarros, it's not gut wrenching.
Right?
No, it's very light.
There's a twist, but it's not even like.
The
twist isn't gut wrenching. No,
it's like Rebecca Yarros
because she wrote this almost 10 years ago. I think
it might have been like an intro series.
Yeah,
before she figured out she could just rip our hearts out.
I think I'm gonna make a reel on like this series being like an what's the word?
Traditional?
No. Not hyped. Underhyped, but like
no, it
series
truly
that
is.
You need to read because
honestly, everything that she writes that's not Fourth Wing is underhyped.
Oh, 100%.
No one talks about it enough.
No.
And
no.
The Things We Leave Unfinished, top book of all time.
So good. So good.
I've not cried as hard.
Things We Leave Unfinished?
Yeah, I don't think
it was for a book club book.
Yeah, but it was before she was involved.
I have I cried
Oh, it's so
reading
good.
that book.
I
was
love
so good.
Variation
good.
is the only other one other than Wilder that I've read that's
Okay.
not
Yeah.
fantasy, but I've loved
Mhm.
both of those.
I don't think I've seen Wilder on TikTok other than our stuff.
Right.
Like, I really don't think I've ever seen it
Yeah.
before.
It needs to be talked about more. You should definitely make something about it.
I might.
So have we talked about Here for the Cake for this yet? Because I put that as one of my top books of the year so far.
I think she talked about it a little because
It
she
is
pulled.
so good. So good.
I'm very excited.
Jennifer Milliken, she has, once again, Goodreads does them dirty with the covers of their books.
The actual cover is really cute.
The actual cover is precious for this series. For other series that she writes, I was going through and I was like, oh,
okay.
This is a different series. This is very different than what she usually writes.
Not this.
This is different.
That's so funny.
I mean, I love they were in college together and they had a moment in a closet and she thought that he ignored her the next day. She tried texting him. He didn't respond. They had a class together and she just was like, he didn't reach out. He didn't respond. I'm writing him off, and was very standoffish the rest of the semester that they had together. Went their separate ways and came back 10 years later. And her college boyfriend was marrying her sister.
I need to read that. That
And
sounds
she
good.
had
You'll
to
have to tell me what you
go
think.
to the wedding in North Carolina, and he had to be her fake boyfriend.
I'm so excited.
Fake dating.
I'll be reading
I like
that.
that.
Was so
I'm
good.
gonna read that soon. Windy City series is on my list. I couldn't pick one, so the whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole
That
thing. I'm reading the last one starting tomorrow because I had to finish that.
You need to do some content on that.
Oh, I posted one tonight.
Yeah,
but freaking obsessed. The first one was your typical, I feel like
romance.
intro to romance or intro to a series where it was good but not great. I didn't like the third act breakup in that one. So that's why I 4-starred that one. I texted McKenzie. The second one was 6 stars.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
The third and fourth one,
romance almost never gets
6 stars.
No.
I'm obsessed with the series.
Crazy.
It is now my new Roman Empire romance series.
Above anything else.
So funny.
So good.
Wow. Okay.
Practice Makes Perfect has been in that top spot for
it's
2 years.
That out. I put Practice Makes Perfect on my list.
I mean, Beg, Borrow, and Steal's on my list.
I was gonna put that, but I picked one of them, and
both of them are
gonna read
great.
that next.
Read it.
Practice
It's
Makes
so
Perfect.
good.
I'm
So
I need something
so good.
Like that
It's super light.
Okay.
And so good.
I loved both of those. Windy City series annihilated.
I feel like it has
me.
a different feel though.
Oh yeah, they're sports, but they're not
but Sarah Adams is very lighthearted.
Yes,
sweet, cute.
But this one is too, though. I feel like
really
they go through real things. The second one
that's not
is
really
like
perfect.
He's the top NBA player.
And you think I'd like
NBA
these?
player, but it's not solely sports focused.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying you'd like that one. I'm saying you'd like
Yeah,
the third
probably
and
not.
fourth one.
Okay.
I liked that one. Ryan Shea. Anyways, Kai Rhodes, he is what they called the Clark Kent of baseball because he was nerdy, wore glasses, hot nerd vibes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's a single dad. I think he had a one-night stand on the road somewhere.
Yeah.
And she didn't tell him about the kid for 6 months. Showed up at his doorstep, said, "I don't want to be a mom." Gave him the baby.
Oh.
So
that's crazy.
Oh,
he has a child.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so
Interesting.
it's just him and Isaiah, his brother, who is in the next book, who is this golden retriever I told you about.
One of them just came out, didn't it?
Rio's book. Yes, that's
The
the one
fifth
I'm about to
one?
read. It's
Okay.
Rewind It Back or something like
Yeah,
that.
that came out last month.
Yes,
right?
it did. That's what got everybody talking about that one was what got me into the book
Yeah.
series.
Okay, yeah.
And so I was like,
I saw that
okay,
one all over too.
Yeah,
I want
did
to
too.
read the series. Binged it.
Ugh.
I read Mile High in one sitting on my way to the beach.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I binged the other ones.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's wild.
That is crazy.
I put Silver Elite. I loved it.
I haven't.
I haven't
probably
read
not
it,
gonna
and
read
I'm
it.
probably not
I don't
gonna
think
read
you'll
it.
like
I
it.
don't
I don't
like
think either
it.
of y'all would like it.
Nope.
I loved it. I know it's getting a lot of negative, but I don't really know why. I guess because people aren't sure about the author, but I loved it. I thought it was great. So I love that and Shield of Sparrows, which are the two that are
Oh, yes,
super
I love
popular.
Shield.
Yeah.
Did you have any more?
The Trial of Sun Queen
I
series.
put that also. That was my last one too.
The second one I finished at the beach. I read it in like 3 days, and it's supposed to be like a 12-hour read, and I actually read it really fast. It is
pretty
so
quick
good.
reads, which is nice.
It left on a massive cliffhanger once again.
You gonna read the third one soon?
Absolutely. I'm probably gonna take a break. I need to read a couple other things, but I just they didn't end up together in the second book. And
it's
it's
just
what? Like
you know they are.
I know they are.
The author post a picture of them together, like AI version.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, that kind of spoiled it. But like, I also knew they were gonna be.
But
together,
it's also like hot, cold, hot, cold,
yeah.
hot, cold. And
so when you're reading it, you're like,
there's a lot of like there's still a lot of questions and not a lot of answers.
Did she answer anything?
Yes,
a little bit,
quite a bit.
Okay,
a lot, and it's really good.
I'm excited. I need to add that one.
You should. I'm ready.
The only one I have left is Book of Azrael, which I've talked about a whole lot on here, but you definitely need to read it. I want one of y'all to read it.
Maybe that might be
something. I'm gonna put that in your TBR jar.
That would be fine.
I'm gonna put that in your TBR.
I probably won't read it otherwise.
Yeah,
but I'm like not against reading it.
Yeah,
you know.
No, it's going.
It's
in
just
your TBR.
You know how there's like books that you're like, if I get to it,
yeah,
that's kind of one of those books where I'm like, there's other stuff I want to read.
Oh, it's for sure going into your TBR jar.
So flops. I guess we can probably do these pretty quick because they're kind of.
I think the number one on all three of our list is
Fearless.
Yes. Yeah.
That was the most anticipated of the year.
Second
of the year.
Second.
After
for
Onyx
me,
Storm.
Behind Onyx Storm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was
honestly, I almost put Onyx Storm on here.
But it's not the end of the series.
I know, that's why I didn't.
So, but like Fearless,
the fact that this is the end of the series, I don't even want to read the next.
I'm not reading the novella. You cannot pay
I'll
me
read
to read
it.
the novella.
I'll 100% read it.
Well,
but
good.
also, it's like 100 pages that you can just check.
No,
another book. Done.
I'm pissed at her. I'm not reading it.
Yeah,
you couldn't pay me to read it. Fearless was my biggest flop of the year, and I feel like
after Reckless.
Yeah. You know what's hilarious is all these people that had read it prior to the event, which was like 2 days after it released, were like crying because it was so good.
No,
and
I was
not.
What?
No,
I'm honestly glad that we went without having read it first.
Right. Yeah, I would have been rolling my ass.
I don't know that I would have gone.
No.
And now I have a whole set of signed books that I'm mad at.
What are you gonna do with them?
I don't know.
You're not gonna sell them?
No, I'm not gonna sell them. They're gonna stay there because I paid for them and they're signed. But I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be
put them in the
pissed.
bakery. Like just make money off of them. But
no.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm gonna
I
keep
love
them.
Lauren Roberts, but
same.
I like the first 3. I'll sell Fearless. Get it off of my shelf. I'm so mad.
Just did Kit,
and I might be
not even a Kit supporter.
Yeah, we may be like unreasonable.
I would not have been mad if he turned bad, but only in the 3rd book. The fact that he was legitimately bad the whole time is what annoyed me.
I would have rather him been bad the whole time.
Oh no! Mm-mm.
I just didn't like that I wanted a redemption for him.
I almost felt betrayed by him because I liked him, and then I was like,
"You did,
God,
such
what?
A kid stan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I felt betrayed by what he did.
I
don't know. But
so mad.
Anyway, that was a spoiler.
I did Wings of Blood as a
same.
I loved it. Whatever.
On Wings of Blood,
a major flop.
I did a Fate Inked in Blood.
That
was our physical book club book
a
couple months ago, and it was not good.
I did Summer in the City, which I DNF'd at 10%.
We are not Alex Astor.
I mean, not even that. I was really excited for it because I've seen that people were like, "Oh, it's such a fun summer read." It was only like 300 pages.
Yeah.
No, it was like one.
Was it the writing style?
I don't know what it was. It was insta love and insta hate at the same time. Like they literally are at this bar and she's in line to use the bathroom, does not want to be out. I relate to that. I wouldn't want to be out either. You know what I mean? So this guy sees her in line, starts talking to her. She thinks he works at the bar. Then they jump each other's bones and start like making out. And I'm like, where did that come from? And then he accuses her of being a gold digger because apparently he's like the CEO of some company. And she's like, no, you're not. I assume that they were going to work together. I assume. I don't know. I quit reading. I was like, this is weird. I'm done.
I don't think I'll ever read another book by her.
Yeah.
I really want to finish the series. I read
I'm not reading.
I have zero interest in finishing it.
I just want to know what happens.
I'll Google it and let you know.
I heard Sky Shade was not good.
Sky Shade was so bad. That's why I haven't touched it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No thanks.
They were quick
I'll pass.
reads, but
I'll pass.
I put on here The Faking Game by Olivia Hale. I think that's what her name is.
Is that the same as the Hating Game? Like same series?
No.
That was one that you liked, right?
I liked The Hating Game. Yeah,
That's not the same
Faking
series.
Game. It was one of those rando good reads.
That's
that
why I get nervous about those.
I liked the idea of it. It was brother's best friend. They're all like old money, New England rich and like empire heiress type thing. And they have to fake date. He is supposed to get married by the time he's 30 or he loses his house, like the mansion that he lives in. She doesn't know that, but she is also a virgin. And it's like she's a supermodel. She's like always done these things to meet people's expectations.
Yeah.
But like she is very not even inexperienced in that way, but socially.
Yeah.
Like dating wise and like how to talk to people. And the trope, I think I texted you about this, the praise trope.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ew. I cannot. I was like, ugh, gag, disgusting. I liked the idea.
No.
I was really mad that I read that. I had to finish it.
I put Babylonia. Sorry.
Listen, I haven't even read it. I just got it because I was
gosh.
like, oh, this looks really good. And then I never read it. So
Yeah, it wasn't great. I love that kind of book. Like it's historical fiction.
No. I put Wild and Wrangled, which is the Lila Sage book. I read the other 3 in the series, so I was really excited for this one because I was invested in the characters. You know what I mean? It was Cam and Dusty. I'd know them. Like,
not good.
I like Dusty. Cam was awful. She made the book miserable.
Oh.
Like, it was so bad. And then the third act breakup.
I can't stand a third act breakup.
I mean, I know it's coming. You know what I mean? Like in most. But the reason will make or break it for me. And this reason was the dumbest reason. The dumbest reason I've ever read. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Is that the
last one in the series?
Yes. I was like, this is how you finish a series. And this is why they broke up all those years ago. Because they had dated when they were younger. And it's like years and years later. And they're grown adults now. And they haven't talked since they broke up. And I'm like, this is why you haven't talked in like 12 years. You know, like, are you kidding me?
Like over something stupid.
Yes. And I was like, that ruined the whole entire
book. Like a miscommunication.
Yeah. I have 2 on here that are, I hate
just freaking say it.
I hate a major miscommunication trope. Like Mr. Fixer Upper by Lucy Score. The worst miscommunication trope I've ever read in a book. Like 1 star.
I hate that. That's so annoying. I guess I could also put The Wedding People because I DNF'd it. I forgot about it because I was so mad. I have been wanting to read this book for months and was so excited.
I'm glad it wasn't a book club book because it almost was.
And there were just like, I can deal with triggers and I can deal with stuff, but 1, in the middle of the summer, not what I want to read. 2, I was very misled from what the book looked like, everything I had heard about it.
Yeah, the cover makes more sense now. I thought she was just like,
no, it's like, no. I was very shocked. And when I started listening to it, and then I had went and read reviews, and that's where people were talking about it. And I said, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was really mad. Like, that was
not going to read this.
Yeah, no.
It was upsetting.
It's fine. Oh, I like doing this.
Yeah.
I think we should do every, 6 months.
Yeah. See you in December.
So we'll do it, in December. Awesome. We'll see you guys next week. Next week, we're talking to the Lost Book of Jess from Instagram. So check that out. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.